Hi everyone, and welcome back. I'm going to be doing something very different in this video. I'm going to be doing a few things that I've never done before. So let me just show you. So this here is a dress. Now it doesn't look like much like this, but I'm going to be dyeing this dress. It's 100% cotton, so that's a few things right there. I have never dyed fabric. I've never dyed cellulose or plant-based fibers. So like I said, this is cotton. And I'm going to be doing a technique, of course, that I've never done before. So I really look forward to showing you the outcome of this. And I have one more thing. So this is a jean jacket. So I'm going to be dyeing this as well. So of course this is denim. As we all know, denim is cotton. So again, 100% plant-based. And so I'm going to be using dyes that are designed to work on plant-based fibers. So as you know, I predominantly dye protein-based fibers. So those are all animal fibers. And so I use acid dyes for those. This is totally different. Those dyes will not work on plant-based fibers. So I'm using dyes that are called fibre reactive. They're Procyon dyes, and they're meant specifically for cellulose, or in other words, plant-based fibers. They also take a different mordant. And by mordant, I mean that's what you use to fix the dye into the fiber. So with my protein-based fibers, with the acid dyes, I use an acid, whether it be vinegar or a citric acid. With the plant-based dyes, I have to use a different kind of fixative, and that is soda ash. So I've never used that. I've never used these types of dyes, so this is going to be an experiment. I've been doing a lot of research. I've been on YouTube a lot, watching a lot of videos. I went down a rabbit hole and bought all kinds of books on plant-based dyeing and the techniques and the different dyeing techniques that you can do. And I tell you, it's going to be very exciting. There's so much I want to learn with this, and I hope to share what I learn along the way. So this is my first experiment on dyeing some garments for myself. Hopefully they'll turn out. This will be trial and error. I haven't really planned out the colors that I want to use. It'll be interesting anyways to see what I choose, and hopefully it all works out and looks beautiful and amazing. So I'm going to take you along with me on this new leg of my dyeing journey. So I mentioned earlier that I was super excited about using these dyes. So because I don't normally dye with plant-based fibers, I didn't have any of the dye that is needed for that. So I went maybe a little bit overboard. In fact, this isn't everything that I got. Yeah, so I went a little bit nuts, but I don't want to be limited in the colors that I can use. I have been dyeing for quite a few years now, and I have a big selection of acid dyes. And so that means that I can pretty much dye whatever color I want, and I don't have to compromise. And because I'm kind of spoiled that way, I wanted to feel the same way with this new dye that I'm going to be using. So I just went crazy and just bought all the colors that appealed to me. I don't really know what a lot of them are going to look like in person, but that's part of the fun of it. And I'm sure that I'll be able to mix and match and just through trial and error, like I always talk about. I'm not going to be afraid to experiment. I am not going to have any expectations either. I'm going to just be open and see what comes out of this creative process. So I have dyes from two companies, so I'm using Dharma. Dharma I'm really familiar with because most of my acid dyes come from Dharma. And this other company is called Dye Spin, and so I'm not familiar with their dyes at all, but I think they're all going to be beautiful, and I've heard nothing but good things about them. So it'll be really fun to experiment, and I think the hard part now is because I have so much choice is narrowing it down because I can only use so much dye at once. So that's going to be hard, choosing just a few colors to use. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see what I choose because I don't know either. So what I've done is I've scrunched up the fabric, as you can see, and it should give a really nice crumpled, textured watercolor effect once the dye is applied to this. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how the colors that I put on here play out. On each of these, the dress and the jacket, I picked out about 6 colors for each. So maybe I've gone a little bit overboard, but I'm a more is more type of person. So, and there's just so many beautiful colors, I couldn't decide. So I decided just to use as many as I thought I could get away with. What I did first was I soaked the garments in some soda ash solution. You saw me mix that. I let that sit for about an hour, and then I spun it out in my spin dryer. So these are not sopping wet, they're just damp. And then I scrunched them in here. The jacket is so thick that it kind of was springing apart, so I put elastic bands to keep it into that tight, crumpled texture that I want. So now the fun begins. I'm going to be doing an ice dye. So I'm going to be putting ice over the garments, and then I'll be sprinkling the dye on top of the ice. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So let me take a minute and get the ice. I've placed the little colander thing, the strainer that I have the dress in. I placed it in a plastic tote. This is because when the ice melts, it's going to create a big mess. So all the liquid's going to drain down into the bottom of this. I don't want this dress to sit in the dye runoff. That is a technique that you can do with ice dyeing, but I don't want to do it for this dress in particular. So I want the dress to sit up out of the ice. So that's what I'm hoping this colander will do. And then I've got it in this plastic bin so that that ice dye water won't run all over my table. And I've also written down the colors that I'm going to use. So just like when I'm dyeing yarn, I like to write a recipe. So I've written down the colors I'm going to use. I've written them down in the order I'm going to apply them. And then we'll see how it turns out. And then if I like it, then I know that this recipe is a winner. If there's things I see that I want to change, then I can of course refer to that and make some changes. So I'm going to put the ice on top of here. And then when I'm applying the dye, I'm going to be wearing a mask, so I won't be able to explain what I'm doing, but you'll see me. Because this jacket is so thick, I want to make sure that the dye is able to penetrate right through all the layers of fabric. So I've been a little more heavier with the ice, and I'm going to be heavier with the dye as well, because I just think it's going to be a little bit harder for all of that dye to get forced down into that really thick denim. So hopefully this plan works and we'll get a thorough saturation of color. If not, I can always flip it once the ice has melted, and I can repeat the process on the other side if I don't like the coverage, but we'll wait and see how that looks. So let's take a look and see what we have here. This is the dress. All of the ice is melted for the most part. There's a few little chunks of ice left. I did this dress yesterday around 5 o'clock, and so it's melted overnight, and now it's 9 the next morning. So that took quite a while for that ice to melt, and there still is a few little pieces. So I just want to see if the dye penetrated into the bottom part of the dress. And there was a lot of dye water in the bottom of this basin, so I've already drained that out. Yeah, so I can see here, I want a lot more coverage on this side. Yeah, this side could definitely do with some more dye. So I'm going to repeat the process. I'm going to put ice on this and then sprinkle all the same colors on this side. So the jacket looks pretty good on this side. There still is a little bit of ice that hasn't melted, but I don't think that's going to do much. So I'm going to flip this and just see how it looks on the other side. And again, I've drained all of the dye water that was left. And yeah, I definitely want to add more color on this side. Now I'm not concerned about putting as much ice on this round as before because it's not like there hasn't been any dye penetration. So, you know, I don't think I need to go as crazy with the ice because the dye has come through. I just want there to be a little more variation on this side. So I think this amount of ice will just do the trick. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit different. My channel is about sharing things that I'm learning, so I was so pleased to be able to share a new part of my dye journey. Dyeing clothing. You know, that's something very new to me, and also dyeing plant-based fibers. So I had so much fun, and I have a lot more to learn, and I plan on sharing everything that I learn with you. So if you want to follow me on this journey, then like, share, and subscribe. You know, when you share my videos and leave comments, which I always say I love reading, those interactions with my channel, they not only encourage me to keep producing these videos, putting out more, but also they help my channel to grow. So I really appreciate all of the comments that you leave me and all of the support that you give. So I wanted to say thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.